Hey guys, it's Lucid. Welcome back. Got another few turns for you here with our Lemuria game. It's turn 59. And I'll type my password in here. I'm actually on turn 62 right now. So, yeah, we're going to get through these next turns kind of quickly. I don't know if I'll be able to do 3 this episode, but we'll see. There's a few things that happen. One is I had negotiated Gath to get territory from me so that, anyway, he could get that fort, and he's sending me death gems every turn now. Next, we had a dire portent go up. And this is Gift of Health getting stolen, if I recall. Oh, no. This was Maelstrom going up. Gift of Health is about to be stolen. Spoiler alert. But I think maybe it gets stolen in like 1 or 2 turns. But this was Calum casting Maelstrom. Yeah. And so anyway, those are some. That's probably the biggest news for the turn. Now, Maelstrom is a bit annoying because I kind of wanted it, but also I probably couldn't keep it up, but it means he might be thinking about fighting me for Vengeful Waters, which I don't want. That's kind of what I think he's putting it up for. It also could mean Nexus is coming because he's doing like a big cast, but he's not really an Astral powerhouse. So he potentially could have site searched his lands for Astral, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll go through some of the things. We get attacked by Earth Attack here, and they kill a Lemur Acolyte. This guy better not. Oh, he's just in a lake. I was going to say, he better not have any research gear on him. Cast Haruspex, didn't find anything. Some more spells. We'll come down here and just click through these. So this is annoying because I lost my Enchantress. And I think we'll watch how she died. I know I've seen it before. I can't remember. Oh, I think I put up Foul Vapors. And she has 5 poison resistance. Oh no, she does Elemental Fortitude. Wait, what? Oh shit. I think I thought that gave her poison resistance. Oh man, that's what happened. Shit. Anyway, she gets tagged with poison and dies. That's dumb of me. I should have done resist poison, not elemental fortitude. So she died, and that really sucks because I have very limited access to nature water dudes. Or dudettes in her case. But, well, I guess we'll watch it. It's a big battle. And this is all the PD he has on top of his cap. So Foul Vapors definitely helped, because these guys are pretty high protection. We don't have that many troops. This is only like 300. But we've got Wailing Winds go off. And we've got Foul Vapors, so they're all getting poisoned. We've got our Mercury Elementals waiting forward. And Wailing Winds, I'm not really interested in killing them. So yeah, the fact that they run is just fine by me. We don't actually need to kill them, I just want them to get off the battlefield. So that is going to work. I might have even been able to get by without Foul Vapors, but see, we only lost 10 units to clear out all this PD. We raid Pythium. I'd like to do some of this from the strategic map, but I kind of don't. So Calum has decided that his little raiding squads are going to include 3 of these guys now, instead of what he had been doing with 2, and that will give him a better job at killing my Grand Lemurs. And these guys do pretty well against ghosts, but as long as we're causing a bit of attrition, I mean, they're not super cheap. So if we look at it, you know, it's like, okay, he killed a bunch of my guys, but, you know, it cost him 60 gold. So, you know, that's not nothing. And coming down here, this guy is back in action. Did I try to mind hunt him this turn? I don't think so. No. And then down here, we raid Pythium successfully, Here, Caleb knocks my gnome off of his fort. Let's see if there's anything noteworthy here. No fire gems on that guy. Yeah, nothing terribly noteworthy. We kill a few more of his little guys, but he kills one of my little raiding squads. You know, sad. And then here, we kill some more PD, some more storm guards. And this is just the dance that Caleb and I are going to do every turn. Here we raid into Pythium, more success. He is making my raid. You have to do, if you're fighting Lemuria, you have to do what he's doing. He's going to keep retaking my stuff. He's going to take some losses, but he's going to just relentlessly take my stuff back. Like, he cannot allow me, because I can just effortlessly raid. And he cannot let the balance, like me, start taking all his provinces. Ideally, he would also be, like, assassinating my commanders more. But for Caleb, it may not be super easy. You know, they're not a blood power, so they can't do Infernal Disease. You know, they're not exactly like an Earth Attack nation. And then they could kind of maybe squeak out Manifestation, but it'd take a lot of boosters. So, anyway, ideally they're doing some of that, but even Manifestation's not great for, whatchamacallit, for taking out lone raiders, like lone raiding commanders, which is what we've got here, so. Here we are storming one of Atlantis' underwater forts. So we're pretty successful here. And then... and that's basically it. So... there are basically a few things that are going on. We're raiding Pythium, and you can see the land balance is really in my favor. I've got his whole cap circle, either under siege or in my control. I'd put Sakane... this kind of sucks, though. I'd put Sakane out here to do Wind of Death to his army if he stuck his army out of his cap, but he didn't. And he ended up wasting gems and Wind of Deathing these animals that attacked at random. Or maybe it wasn't at random. Maybe this was... was this from... no, it was an event. It was completely random. So, what are we going to do? It could have been from Enchanted Forest, but it's not. The Enchanted Forest events, if you see them, they're going to pop up right here before the event phase, but at the end of combat phase. Anyway, so that sucks. I was hoping to catch him, and I didn't. But now, I think his army is maybe under here. We're going to go ahead and move this guy over here and do Wind of Death on top of this. So when he sticks his army out, we'll, you know, have a little tax. The other thing, and I don't think I noticed it this turn, I just noticed it in game my current turn, which I think is turn 62. He didn't take growth. Look at his scales. I haven't noticed this all game. He went for essentially a scales build without growth. Now, I think there's some justification for it, because they have a spell they can like cast in their capital or in some land, which will basically give you growth. It's basically fecundity or whatever, blood fecundity, and they also have the Throne of Growth, so they got +1 because they were actually Death 1. He told me. I was asking him about it. But scales without growth, man, I don't know about that. That's suspicious. I mean, so far he has demonstrated that he's a pretty decent player, but that is a move which I question. I could never think of anything that would make me give up growth 3 on a scales build. The only reason I'm not going to take growth 3 is either because I'm planning on casting Blood Fecundity, or I'm going for a Hellbless. Really. Or it's like a blitz or a game with like very small player count where the death might not catch up to you. But in a normal game, very hard to give up growth 3. Okay. So what do we have? We're laying. I think his army's under this. We're gonna go move over here and lay siege to this fort. And the idea of doing this is I don't really want to have to fight the Pythium army here, and I also need to get out of his dominion. I'm on 3 candles right here, and we lost a shit ton of troops. How many did I lose this turn? Yeah, almost 300 troops died this turn. So we're taking just heavy losses from Purgatory. Even though we're not in that high a dominion, and I'm raiding like all through Purgatory, so like this army's just getting burnt to a crisp. I don't give a shit. We're taking his land. Land's mine. So anyway, that's the basic plan. Raiding like crazy over here. Calum, we're raiding also, but he's fighting back so far harder than Pythium in terms of counter raiding pressure. We'll go ahead and just pull up the next turn. I'm going to kind of get through these so I can get to my current turn. Hello, Darkness 60. Okay, we got 40 air gems from Satis. I had promised, I made him a deal to make him a Staff of Storms, and this way he doesn't have to worry about Gath doing mass flight and killing all of his Sarumancers in the back. And then from Gath, I got these 2. And, I didn't mention this, but... Okay, hold up. Okay, wait, sorry guys. I completely botched this. So, last turn, let me go back. We're going to fix it. Some of y'all probably already quickly typed it away in the comments. This global, I can't read. It was actually cast by Gath, and this was us putting up Maelstrom. I was saying Calum cast it. We stole it from Calum this turn. All right, don't ever listen to me. Nothing I say is true. But yeah, so we put it up together. Duh. This is what happens. Like, I'm only recording turns from like 4 turns ago, but clearly I've forgotten everything that's situationally important this turn. So anyway, Maelstrom went up, and then this next turn he's going to send me back all my gear. He's also going to send me a cut of Maelstrom, which we'll see, I think, what that cut is on turn 60. Okay. He didn't send me a cut. He should have sent me a cut this turn, right? Because he had it up last turn. Maybe he didn't... Well, he cast it last turn. Maybe he didn't get income. I guess it'll start coming in next turn, I guess. Whatever. I think he actually got... You get the income from it the turn you cast it, so whatever. He's kind of squeegeed off a couple extra gems. I don't know if I'm going to worry bothering him about it. And then he sent me my gear back. The death gems are just, again, from that province. Coming down, all specs, we didn't find anything. Mind Hunt, we were trying to hit Emerita, however you say that. Didn't work. Here, we Geronimo in. I think we're successful here. Yoink. And then here we Geronimo in, and it doesn't work. This is why he's got 3, because I was thinking this would work, and it doesn't. So let's take a look at what gear we're going to lose. We're going to lose all this gear. Fuck. Yeah, dust to dust, man. It gets you. So anyway, rip gear. We found a site, Mirror Lake. So this lets us get illusionists, which are pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. And they have obfuscate, which is kind of nice too. and they're stealthy. So these are actually pretty good raiders, because you can cloud trapeze them in and then sneak them out. And it's a 3-gem site, so I'm not going to complain. 1 second. Sorry, I had a phone call had to run there. So yeah, we got Mirror Lake. She's the shit. We were going through, I think, if I recall, this one we went there. So, we had an assassination attempt. I finally loaded up the Black Heart, and I decided we're going to pick off some raiders. So, here, we find a Hareb Seraph. And he's going to do a mighty fine job. We are going to win any Skelly spam war with the Hareb Seraph, so excellent. Coming down, we've got some battles. We'll just breeze through these. We lose some... Actually, okay, yeah, we did lose this battle, but barely. We killed a lot of his guys. What happened here, and we'll watch it, but you can actually tell just from looking at this. We killed a lot of his troops. His troops ran kind of towards the end, but by that time he had summoned a lot of skeletons. And those skeletons, combined with a bit of dust to dust, finished off everybody. And then, anyway, successful raid. Pythium raids me here with the Centurion and a few gladiators. But the thing is, these gladiators, they all make it into combat. So that means they're basically all dead. So he's spending... I think these are like 8 or 10 gold, I can't remember. And they all got to fight, so they're all gone now. Like, we got a Turban. Yeah. 1 Centurion. And so if we look at the cost, yeah, it's 10 gold a pop. So he spent 90 gold to take this back, which, it's worth it, because it's going to deny this income from me. But I'm going to keep taking it from every turn. So it's going to be an exhausting toll we exert on him. Coming down, same business here, except, okay, yeah, no. This was successful too, so we raided back. Here we caught some of Calum's stuff, so 5 more Stormguard dead. And here he's trying to raid with just Swarm Spam, but you can't Swarm Spam kill Lemuria with 1 PD. With just 1 Swarm Spammer. I forget if he did 1 or 2 casts. Just 1 cast. So we get like a nice little skeleton one. The skeletons do pretty good against bugs because they're poison immune, etc. And they've got a little bit of armor. So yeah, it wasn't even close. I don't even know if he did 2 Swarm Spams if it would have worked. And then when he loses this, not only is he losing the cost of the mage, which I think it's like 40 gold or something. It's not important. So not only is he losing a 40 gold mage and the nature gem he put on him, but he's also letting me hold on to this province 1 more turn. So thank you, bud. Coming down here, we bump into this stupid Spenta again. And then here we have a mighty battle. Between... This is Sakane, if I recall. We got our Wind of Death off, and then we got hit by False Horrors. Yoink. So, 1 add up to the Silver Order. We got a Centurion. We got 5 Heliodromuses. Schwink. We got a Renautus, a Reveler, a Serpent Priest, and a Therug, or 5 Therugs. And then a bunch of other stuff. We got, 1 of his Great Eagles, so... Didn't get into the Vine Ogres. They get affected, but they don't die. They live a long time, they have a lot of HP, so... That will allow them to get through. More raiding. Okay, and then coming down here... this is an attack from the Enchanted Forest, and then another attack from the Enchanted Forest. This kills actually kind of a lot of my stuff. These guys, so this is a raiding squad just completely wiped out. It's actually not bad. If I had Enchanted Forest up, it would be a big deal. Did we get anything important? Not really. Um, if I had Enchanted Forest up, it would be a huge deal. Because then they would, like, first of all, my Dominion push is really strong. And then everything, let's just see what would happen. This would get pushed to my Dominion, and then all these things would get raided by that. This would get pushed to my Dominion, and all of this would be raided. This would get probably pushed to my Dominion. It's neutral right now. All these things would be raided. This would be pushed to my Dominion, but not super important. This is my Dominion, so these two would get raided all the time. This might get pushed to my Dominion, and then these get raided. This yeah, okay, we already talked about that. This one would get my Dominion and would then raid outwards. It could be actually a pretty strong global. I think it's better if you've got like strong Dawn push to enable it. And then also, I think let's check it out. All forces under neutral or enemy Dominion act as if they were a temple. Okay. Strong Dominion or high growth skill helps the effectiveness of the attacks. Wastelands are never attacked. Okay. So an internal forest doesn't do anything. Like a completely internal forest isn't going to help. But like this could get swung into my Dominion. Could be good. I could totally see cat. If I had a huge nature income, I might do it. But we're at a meager 20. Okay, what else? Got a Bane Venom Charm sitting here on top of it. He's got a fair amount of mages in there. So we're just going to hang tight, you know, get this place nice and cooked down. I don't even know if that made any sense, but we're going to cook it, let it fester with our Bane Venom Charm. I think it's a better way to say that. And basically this turn, we're a little bit stalling. I've got Pythium on the ropes. So Pythium, God, if we can even see, where the hell is Pythium? I feel like he's just like a few blips on the radar as we scroll across the Lemurian Empire. So, yeah, he's a bit on the ropes. I'm on top of this fort. There's a chance he comes and attacks me, but I'm kind of expecting he doesn't. I'm thinking he's going to let me kind of deal with this. Let this be Caleb's problem. And Caleb doesn't have much over here to fight. He has a bunch of these guys who could come in, but I don't think he wants to fight this either. But he's got a turn to wait. So anyway, we're going to hang tight here. And we're going to continue raiding on top of his cap and everywhere else, so he can't make troops. He does have tarts. A huge Tartarian monstrum here. So anyway, there's some things, and he's got this army here, but he's pretty damn on the ropes. And I haven't really raided or explored territory up in this direction, but he's got some of that. What we're doing this turn that's important is we're taking Atlantis. And Atlantis has a fair amount of mages inside, but not much more. So anyway, we're going to be storming. We've got the normal. I'll go through the script here real quick. We've got Power of the Shadelands, because we got Pendragon up in this house. These two guys, Wailing Winds, and then this guy's just on advance and cast spells. If there's any white mages here, they'll be probably dust to dusting them. And then down here we got Rigor Mortis, Skeletal Legion, Quagmire to help with the fatigue play. That's basically it. That's the biggest thing this turn. We've also been raiding Caleb over here. We've kind of come into the water. We're jumping on, jumping off. Do I not? I should have left a guy on top. I guess I didn't. We're going to go ahead and sit on top of this. I think... Oh, no. This is under Pythium's Dominion, so these guys are getting roasted. But... yeah, we're not in a hurry, because we're... okay, this group is also moving out this turn on top of this fort. We're eating very rapidly. Not only are we winning the raiding war in Pythium handily, We're stable in the raiding war with Calum, which is fine. With Pythium, I think they were ahead in tech. I think I'm pretty close to catching up. I don't know how close. I think they have a couple nines, but yeah. And then Calum, I bet you I'm close to Calum in research. Anyway, we're almost to Conjuration 9. And once I hit Conjuration 9, that means tarts. And once I get tarts, everybody else is in trouble. Because, guys, I can get 8 tarts a turn if I chose to, which I may choose to. Now, I don't have casters for that many, but I can get casters reasonably trivially. So anyway, good things there. I'm not in a hurry. I've got my tech I need to fight Gath, like, not to, like, crush Gath, but, you know, I've got Army of Gold, which is going to just shut down all his troops. The Seer aren't going to do that much. And the solar weapons and stuff I don't have to worry about. His human troops are basically completely worthless once I have Army of Gold on. Yeah. I would say Gath I'm not worried about anymore. Having the tarts will help, though, because the one thing I struggle with is getting good magic diversity. And then also they can potentially, like, assassinate and stuff my commanders, which is annoying. But once I have 4 or 5 tarts rolling around with a big army of ghosts, I'd be feeling mighty good. Alright, so I think that is it for this turn and for this episode. I know I'm not covering much, but we'll get back more into the tactical stuff. I mean, we're basically just attacking everywhere, guys. That's what we're doing. Crotus is teleporting somewhere. Everybody's attacking everywhere. Like, if there's a spot, I'm going to attack it with something. Now, you don't know if you're going to get hit with a Grand Lemur. You don't know if you're going to get hit by 20 ghosts or 100 ghosts or a Grand Lemur and some ghosts. You just don't know. But they're coming. And just keeping up the pressure. And we're preparing to once we finish eating Atlantis, get these forts, get his cap. We're also rapidly forting up behind this on our wake. Our income's as high as it's ever been. Like, once some of that starts happening, then we'll probably be looking to go for the killing blow. Because right now, Pythium's bleeding out. And as he bleeds out, we will get ready to go for the killing blow. So with that, I will see you next time. Cheers.